Yeah, this is the Riolo Castle, or Chateau de Riolo, or Castello Riolo. That has been around since 1474. In 1478 became the property of Riario Sforza, and that was the family that really looked after Imola and brought them closer to the papal state, and therefore that's how it earned its money back in the day.
Yeah, that and wine, for goodness sake, you know. Yes, the old money in Italy, and indeed wherever there are vineyards, they were never troubled by wars washing over the nations. Basically, whoever was the victor wanted the wine. Simple as that, and wanted those who'd made it to carry on making it. Fabio Jakobsen, well, that is a struggle for him, and he won't be the only quick man, I'm afraid, to struggle today. But what a team DSM at Firmenich, post NL. Stage one, the champagne comes out. I imagine the lightest of sips, to be honest, Danny, last night for that team.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, whenever I was part of a stage race and you had success, you'd have a little bit, but even one glass, when you're that, you know, lean and ready for a stage race, I mean, for me, I'd feel it in the legs straight away. So for the riders, I guess it's individual preference. Some of them might have necked it and others might, oh, Robbie's next to me saying, yeah, I was one of those riders. Any chance of necking a bit of champagne, and I was there.
At least 2 glasses, minimum 2 glasses.
Oh, do you know, I always remember Cadell Evans, bless him, whenever he was added some champagne, he wouldn't even let the gases from the foam anywhere near his face. He used to basically just say, I'll give it to the king. Yeah, it never went anywhere near. Pretty much Roglic. I mean, I reckon he drank half the bottle before he actually took a breath. Quite remarkable, the differences. But then again, it's down to your constitution. Sean's nodding away next to me as he tucks into some Mr. Kipling slices. There we are. Other Battenberg cakelets are available. That's the humble pie that we get to eat down here, you know, away from pret-a-porter that is beholden to anyone else. Well, you know, you've got to park your bike somewhere, haven't you, at the end of the day? So we race on. The peloton now sitting at 5 minutes and 37. An absolutely beautiful landscape here. John, untouched by human hands, some landscapes have a beauty about them. Here, it looks so managed, but in such a gorgeous way. What a part of the world this is.
It's absolutely glorious, and I could wax lyrical about Italy for a very, very long time. You said yesterday that you found lots of fairly desperate dives, and yes, it is true that in many Italian towns you go into, there'll be an industrial estate on the edge that perhaps you want to zip through, but for the rest of the country, the rolling landscape, going across the Apennines, seeing the hilltop towns, just the architecture, much of which goes all the way back to Roman times or has a Roman influence on it. It's just stunningly beautiful, beautifully green, amazing vineyards. Every single region has their own specific platters that they are very, very proud of. But Italian food, I think, is one of the most simple styles of food that it exists. It's interesting that there was Catherine of Medici who moved into the courts of the French royal family and brought with her Italian chefs, and those Italian chefs then were pushed to upgrade a lot of the cooking to make it fit for royals, and that was where the French have their roots in why they are culinarily superior, but actually it was all designed and created by Italian chefs. Both nations have the most incredible cucina povera, the peasant food, and if you just go and they're so proud of all of their different culinary dishes. All of the food is so fresh. As I said, I could wax on about it for quite a while. I'm probably boring you now, so I'm going to stop.
No, it never run out of wax, John. That's what I say. 5 minutes and 29. No, it is. It's about simple fare, simple foods. In fact, back in the day, when it came to the Grand Tours, this was the only nation that teams generally didn't bring a chef because they could get extraordinarily good food at the roadside. The best local produce, they didn't bother with shipping it too far away from its home of naissance, and as a result you you just have the most spectacular thing. Eat the local produce, and of course, drink the local wine, even if it happens to be Lambrusco, and John's frowning, because that's what these vineyards are. 5 minutes, 25. You won't let it go. The gap has come down, and in fact, they've trimmed a minute and a half since I came to Earth. That's in short order.
The obsessed feel most alive here, but spend most of their time here.